700 wives, 300 concubines, a temple so covered in gold that silver was worthless, a king so wise that queens traveled across deserts just to hear him speak. And yet, this same man built altars to demons within sight of God's holy temple. This is the story of Solomon, the wisest fool who ever lived. The story begins not on the battlefield, but on his knees. In 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 5, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream and said, "Ask what I shall give thee." Solomon's request was not for riches or victory, but for discernment. "Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad." This pleased the Lord. Because Solomon asked for wisdom instead of wealth, God gave him both. "I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart, and I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days." Soon his wisdom was displayed. 2 women came before him, both claiming to be the mother of the same infant. Solomon ordered the child divided in 2, and immediately the true mother cried out to spare the baby's life. All Israel heard of this judgment and feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him. But Solomon's greatest legacy was the house he built for the Lord. The construction was unlike anything the world had ever seen. Cedar trees from Lebanon were floated across the sea. Stones were carved in quarries so perfectly that no hammer or chisel echoed within the holy site itself. The walls and floors were overlaid with pure gold. When the temple was completed and the ark was brought inside, something extraordinary happened. The glory of the Lord filled the house with a cloud so thick that the priest could not stand to minister. This was the height of Israel's spiritual life, the place where heaven touched earth. Every day the temple was alive with devotion. From sunrise to sunset, priests carried out their sacred duties. Levites sang with instruments, and worshipers poured into the courts with offerings. The glitter of gold reflected the sunlight. The fragrance of burning incense filled the air. The sound of trumpets, cymbals, and voices singing psalms echoed through the courtyards. This was not merely a national monument. It was the very place where God dwelt among his people in power and glory. With wisdom came unimaginable prosperity. All King Solomon's drinking vessels were made of gold. Silver was so common, it was considered worthless. The king made silver to be in Jerusalem as stones, and cedars as abundant as sycamore trees. Leaders traveled across deserts to hear his words. The Queen of Sheba came with hard questions, and when she saw his palace, his servants, and above all, the house of the Lord, she was overwhelmed. "I believed not the words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it. Behold, the half was not told me. Israel had never been so secure, so wealthy, so admired. Jerusalem shone as the envy of the ancient world." But here lies the great mystery. Solomon had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines. Why so many? In the ancient Near East, royal marriages were tools of diplomacy. Every wife was a political alliance. A wife from Egypt meant peace with Pharaoh. A wife from Moab secured trade routes. Each marriage was about politics and power. But with every wife came her household, her servants, her children, and most dangerously, her God. Solomon, the wisest of men, ignored the very command that could have saved his heart. The Bible names these gods: Ashtoreth, worshipped with sexual immorality; Moloch, whose worship demanded child sacrifice; and Chemosh, honored with detestable practices. Then Solomon built high places for these gods on the hill facing Jerusalem. This was not just compromise, it was betrayal.